I'm a black man born in America. I know what problems that exist in this country. But I also know there's far more good people than there are bad people in this country, regardless of who you are, what your ethnic background is. White, black, Hispanic, and beyond. I'm in a studio here in Las Vegas, and I'm looking outside, and I see people looking at me and smiling and saying, "What's up, Steve?" And they don't look anything like me. And I don't care, because they're showing me love, and I'm showing love right back to them. At some point in time, we got to recognize, can't just speak about it. Can't just give lip service to when such a vile act takes place. And we're going to give lip service to the tragedy of the moment. And then within 24 hours, we move on with our lives like nothing happened. Something did happen. Don't care what his political beliefs were. I don't care what he felt. I care about the fact that a man was gunned down in front of two of his children who are 5 years of age or less, that he's dead at the age of 31, that his wife is a widow, that his children are fatherless, because his ideas and his beliefs differed from somebody else, apparently. And then I'm going online and I'm seeing people celebrating it. Shame. Shame on you.
What I do know for sure is that, you know, Charlie was someone who once said, guns save lives after a school shooting. Charlie was someone who was willing to debate and downplay the death of George Floyd in the hands of Minneapolis police.
I think he called him a scumbag.
Right, have no regard, downplay slavery and what Black people have gone through in this country by saying Juneteenth should never exist. And I think, you know, there are a lot of people who are out there talking about him just wanting to have a civil debate.
Complete rewriting of history.
Yeah, there is nothing more effed up, you know, like than to completely pretend that, you know, his words and actions have not been recorded and in existence for the last decade or so. And
she said there's nothing more effed up than that. So him dying isn't more effed up than what you just said?
It's interesting because they are two of the things that Charlie Kirk would speak out against the most. Muslim immigrants. And he would say that they're a threat to our nation. And of course they'd be happy he's dead because these two people don't have any American values. You got a British Pakistani Muslim and a Somali pirate Muslim. I mean, they're not American. They don't represent America. And
this shows they're actually better.
I'm not surprised that they have disrespectful comments because they don't represent what it means to be from America.
Please deport that.
Deport both of them.
Please
honestly.
deport her.
Deport both of them, honestly. They're both trash, and they both add no value to America and what America stands to be and what America is as a nation. I think they're everything that's wrong with the nation, if you want my honest opinion.
I'm glad that clip came out because it gives you a perfect example of what everybody's been saying on Twitter, guys. I never thought that it would come to this right here. Like, I never thought that people would celebrate a death, but it's happening.
They are celebrating the death for sure. Like, they won't let the man rest for not a day.
I truly just cannot believe this. And I'm like, just like they did Trump, I'm like, please, can I find a clip where I thought that he said something racist, and I cannot find it, guys. I can't. I looked everywhere. I've been searching Charlie racist, and I just haven't heard him say anything racist at all.
Because we know that he was not racist. We talked to the man. The man I really sat down with the man myself.
So, I mean, we're going to go through some of the tweets, but I'm going to just run this video right here because, you know, this was a very viral one. This is what Black people hated the most. This clip right here, when he said Black people were better in the 1900s, basically, and the DEI, he said, oh, if we get on a plane, that's what they hate. When they say, oh, we get on a plane with a black pilot, we don't know if the pilot's qualified or not. That's what they hate. Charlie.
He also said he would have never questioned that before DEI. Therefore, not blaming the race of the person, but the policy of DEI.
Oh, well, people with brains understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, but after this, let me
see this clip though.
Man, my extreme level has went on another level, guys. I was extreme.
This is showing me like we really need, like, what we do is important. Like, we are in the game for real. Like, we need to do what we do. It needs to be said.
I don't think you niggas got a peanut of a brain.
This shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad. It was evil. But what happened? Something changed. They committed less.
It was evil, so he is condemning it.
They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. I mean, 4,000 black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation, but
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been
that
in the last
affected
80 years.
the generational psyche of an entire group of people?
Well, I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that. This shows.
I'm not discounting it.
That's the same thing that Byron Donald said, and they crucified him for saying that as well. No one is saying that slavery was good and that all these civil rights and all that stuff was good. All he is saying is, statistically speaking, there were more black fathers in homes. They're raising their kids more. Black people were committing less crimes during this time.
The family unit was stronger.
The family unit was stronger. That's what he's saying, that it's not a race problem. It's a culture problem. Something changed. The culture changed, and black people started acting different, committing crimes, and the thug like culture is what demised black people the most.
Is that not a fact?
Not the slavery. Because after slavery, even a black man, Byron Donald said it, you can look up the stats right now, black people were doing better statistically speaking. These are facts and these are stats. Maybe it's rude to say that, I guess. Maybe y'all are offended by that.
I don't think
It's
that's rude.
just, it's what it is. It's numbers.
I mean,
Google it.
but truly the argument was he was asking what happened between now and then.
Yes.
Because then things were better. The family unit was stronger. The crime rate was down. The employment rate was higher. The take-home pay rate was higher. Like the improvement pace of black people was much higher then than it is now. So I believe he's asking what happened. And she's talking about, well, lynch mobs and the entire psyche. Okay, cool. And that's valid. That's a valid thing.
That's a valid point.
What else happened? Because I don't know. These people like her are all performative. Like, she's all performance.
Oh, I mean, I remember when that clip came out, everybody said, "Oh, she just ate Charlie Kirk up." I'm like, okay, man, if y'all say so. At the end of the day, just because it's a debate doesn't mean this guy's racist. It doesn't mean that you guys should be okay with him dying.
Celebrate death.
Like, and it's not even just regular death. Assassination. He got shot in the neck and his family's able to go back and watch that video.
They were there in person.
Yeah, they were there. So it's just like, man, I
can't say you're a good person if you celebrate death.
People are mad because they don't like his opinion. I think the thing that people like Charlie Kirk is because he was unapologetic about his opinion and he stood firm in his opinion. And dude, I agree with everything he said? No, but I'm a man. I'm not going to agree with everything anybody say. I don't even agree with everything they say. And we do this every single day. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I met the man, he showed me respect. That's enough for me. You know, he can think what he think, I can think what I think, but as long as we in the same place and we have mutual respect for one another, you know.
I'm going to be real. I haven't heard him say anything that I disagree with yet.
Me, it's about 98%. I agree with.
I have not seen a clip that I don't like.
And some people say, it's some things that y'all agree with Charlie say, not just us. They like on the internet. They were like, somebody said on Twitter, they were like, oh, so it's some people out here that agree with one thing Charlie said. I'm like, I agree with everything.
I need to see the clip of where I don't, I need to see the clip.
And I need to see a racist clip.
I think he was pretty well spoken.
This is what they don't like.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
I agree.
You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
That was a crazy part right there. I see why they would take issue with that part.
I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color. But I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
She said it.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone deserving. This is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are? They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course, that's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policy that turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through...
Basically, they're saying they benefited from affirmative action, and they're trying to use that as a persuasive argument. Affirmative action lowers the qualifications on entry standards for people based on race and sex. So what he's saying is, you guys are saying you're benefiting from them lowering standards of people smarter than you and meeting a quota of people who hit a lowered standard based on race to get in. And you guys are using that as some sort of good thing. And Ketanji Brown Jackson notoriously votes pretty bad in the Supreme Court. I know a lot of people take issue with it. I remember one time she voted on something and said she didn't want to read it. She said it was too much fluff and boring. That's literally your job. Joy Reid is literally insufferable. One of the biggest race baiters on TV. They fired her because she's so awful. She's literally ridiculous.
And he spoke on those people named directly. That tweet said that he said black women. He did not say black women. He said those names specifically.
Yeah, and then those specifically are black women.
Candace Owens. Why didn't say Candace Owens? That's a black woman.
Because she impresses me.
Okay. So he wasn't saying, it's not about the race. It's about the content of your character and the things that you are saying.
He also said you guys are using this affirmative action and like saying you benefited from it and trying to be persuasive, like, oh, I benefited from it. And he's saying, that's going to wow us. Like, people are happy with your performance when all these people he's named have notoriously been criticized for their performance. Joy Reid, terrible performer. Michelle Obama, changed school lunches. A lot of things they don't like about Michelle. A lot of things they don't like about Ketanji Brown. And I know Sheila Jackson Lee, man. I remember one time she showed up to she showed up for her own press conference, put the wrong dates, was cursing out her workers and whatnot. So, I mean, all these people have been criticized for their performance, yet they're advocating for something that discriminates. And it's like, obviously I can see where his criticism was coming from if I just look at that from a logical perspective.
They can't look at that from a logical perspective.
It's emotion.
And that's why...
They're just emotion because he came at 4 black ladies.
Yeah, I just can't deal with y'all.
But not because of the skin, not because of their skin color, because of the things they say and the dangerous things that they push. Why doesn't he say these things about Candace Owens? You know, why doesn't he say things about us?
That's the thing.
Why doesn't he say these things about Byron Donalds, Wesley Hunt, people who are actually pushing narratives that will benefit black people?
What if Charleston White got shot? Would people be praising it? Some will. Yeah, some will.
Of course they would.
But as many black people that are praising it,
no, not as many. Not as many.
I don't think it'll be the same.
Not as many.
And Charleston
goes harder.
10 times harder.
1,000,000 times
harder. So because
harder.
he's a white man, now he's racist and all these different things. Yeah. People believe these things, guys.
That's real.
People believe it.
That's a good point.
I believe it.
If Charleston died, they like some people would be happy, but
it wouldn't be like this.
It wouldn't be like this at all. It wouldn't. And that's a good point. And he says way crazier things. Honestly, when this happened to Charlie yesterday, I got very concerned because we've said crazier things.
I know.
We've said way crazier things. You know what they call
us, coon. We get a coon, he get a racist, and it's like, are y'all gonna be happy that if one of us gets shot, y'all gonna be happy?
No, somebody replied to our tweet, y'all be careful, they might be after you. Some black guy in Houston said, hopefully. The fuck?
You see? Hey.
What's wrong with you,
But
dude?
look, guys, we're gonna get into what all the stuff that black people are saying on the internet. It's just insane.
So the racist conservative Charlie Kirk was shot today while speaking at a college in Utah. Charlie Kirk is a racist. He's a far-right conservative MAGA racist who always talk bad about black people. One of the main talking points that he liked to use was that black people commit the most crimes, although we are 13 or 16% of the population.
See, they're not bright, bro. They're not bright.
She don't even know what percent of the population.
They're not bright.
But the stats, that's a stat. Why are you mad at a stat?
Oh, people don't believe it. I told my dad that. Oh, I just don't believe that. He said, but you know, the white boys, they out here committing rape. I showed him the stat. I showed him the stat. I said, who commits more rape, black or white? Guess who did, Brock? I'm sorry. Guess who did?
It's interesting because a lot of people try to deny this statistic because the statistic is based off arrests, and they be like, "Well, it's based off arrests, and black people are most likely to be exonerated."
Hold on. You can base it off homicides. Who got
convictions?
Booked?
Yes. You need, everyone knows you need evidence in America. People don't get locked away in America. We're the softest country on crime. You're not going to get put in jail for a crime that you did not commit often. Does it happen? Sometimes, yes. But most times, everyone in jail says they innocent, they ain't do it.
Hey, guess what? My daddy, he said, oh, the white boy, they committing rape. They committing rape more than the white man. I mean, the black. White boys committing rape more than a black man. Looked it up. Black men commit rape 6 times more. Oh, I don't believe them stats. I don't believe it. Then he pull up a stat. He's like, look at this stat. So you believe your stat? They not bright, bro. They not bright. Come on. I'm going to keep it on real,
what
bro.
Stat did he pull up?
Bro. I don't even know what stat he pulled. Oh, the black women got the most degrees. I said, you know what? You don't have to show me that stat. Oh, God, you don't have to show me that stat. Because I know black women. And you telling me black women are smarter than...
But what does that prove, though?
It doesn't prove anything. Asian women have more degrees.
But still, what does that prove?
I would like to point out something. So... yes, black women do have a lot of degrees, but they're still out-earned by the same black men who don't have as many degrees. Why? Because what are they getting degrees in? I remember we looked at a DEI stat. I'll never forget this stat. When we saw that 300,000 black women lost their job. I was like, okay, why are not white women losing their jobs under DEI? And it said that black women get degrees in stuff like social work and get DEI reliant jobs, and white women under DEI get degrees like economics and business and accounting and get more secure, stable jobs, which makes them get paid more and things like that. And I said, that's very interesting.
Also, the number one predictor of success, not only, but is who you marry. And so if black women are marrying black men, and black men, 6% of the population, are committing 56% of all homicides, well, then it's going to be hard for the black women to be successful when they're married to, I'm sorry.
I would like to point out something.
A high chance of
I don't think that those men that are committing the crimes are the ones that are getting married. Because we know that the single motherhood rate is super high. I think those crime committers are are adding to the single motherhood rate, and the women that's getting married are not in that category. I'm gonna get some grace here. I think those two are two separate categories of people.
I was done with this shit when I seen the Hispanics make $20,000 more than what black people make a year. Black people average 50,000. Hispanics make average 70,000, guys, and they making more babies. Come on, bro. Let's make it make sense, bro. Let's make it make sense, guys. But you can't call that out, though. Apparently, or if you die, they gonna praise it.
One of the main talking points that he liked to use was that black people commit the most crimes, although we are 13 or 16% of the population.
And still do
Which is a lie, by the way. But you want to know the irony of it all? Now that he's been shot and possibly unalived, the fact that it was another Caucasian man that did it and possibly unalived him is so ironic, because Mr. Charlie Kirk wholeheartedly believed that black people were the most violent or the most criminal people. And for him to be shot and killed by another white man just goes to show how none of his talking.
Yeah, man. Maybe slavery wasn't too long.
I want to point out something. This is something I always notice from black people like her. They always point out the fact that white conservatives point out the criminality among black people, and they always deny it like it's not a thing. We know that black neighborhoods, the hood, is dangerous. Who is making the hood dangerous? Why are people getting robbed and killed and arrested in the hood? Why is there so much crime there? Who is committing that crime? It's not white people. It's not Hispanics. Majority of the time, almost 99.9% of the time, it's other black people. So it's interesting to me that they never want to point out the fact that there's this element of criminality amongst black people, and especially amongst our youth men. But if someone else of another race points it out, you're racist, you're a white supremacist, and you hate black people. And to me, that's almost like intellectually dishonest, because I know that all black people know that there is an element of criminality among black people. So why is it a problem when people of other races point it out? But if you said, well, white people do this and that and they're racist, you're not racist?
They bring up police brutality,
it's fucking
bro.
ridiculous.
I was arguing about somebody with
It's
that the
fucking
other day.
ridiculous to
They said,
me.
so why you don't bring up the police brutality? Brother, here's the stat. It's only 200 of them that died in a year. 8,000 black people died in their own community. But it's less of them, right? I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, it's just like, man, if we gonna have a debate, let's just have a debate about it. Like, it's just crazy to me, man. But I mean, hey, man, people are happy about it, and it's just absurd to me. Look, they asked somebody
happy about murder.
They asked somebody on UT campus, are they happy? They said, well, how do y'all feel about Charlie Kirk getting shot? Some people say they're
This is
happy.
in Austin. Have you people ever been to Austin? It's pretty gay out there.
Yeah, look
pretty
at that.
liberal.
Yeah. Look at these people.
More of them voted for Kamala than in LA, a high percent. That's shocking.
It's not shocking at all if you've ever been to downtown Austin. There's literally pride murals everywhere. Their slogan is "Keep Austin Weird." It's literally the liberal utopia of Texas. Like, that's where people from California are going, to Austin. It's liberal as hell.
Look at these people, man.
You see?
Hey, bro. And the cherry on top, the icing on the cake was the shooter was not black. They clapped him. Get him out of here, coach. Get that nigga out of here. New unpack.
See, that's crazy, bro.
And this is why. I mean, this
is crazy, bro.
I hope everyone blocked me for me posting Charlie Kirk. Posting that pic of us with Charlie. Just block me.
What the heck is this?
Go ahead and block me.
Celebrating death. You're celebrating death.
Can't get down with that one.
Just crazy to me, man. Like, you can't use your words. Then they compare it to George. So we comparing someone that used their words versus someone that didn't do good in their actions.
George Floyd was arrested like 17 times.
In his actions. What did his actions show?
Maybe not 17 times.
Gun to a pregnant woman's
He was
stomach.
one of those people with the rap sheet. You
Oh,
know, it's interesting because in the gun to the pregnant woman's stomach, apparently they say she picked him out of a lineup and he took a plea deal and pleaded guilty. That's what they say. I mean, why did you plead guilty if you're innocent? I would have maintained my innocence if I felt I was innocent. Me.
They said God is good.
Pooh, boy, that is blasphemy.
It's weird.
That is pure blasphemy.
It's never been that serious.
White supremacists. Yeah, guys, I mean, hey, man.
I can't.
I don't know if
ain't
YouTube's
lie.
ready for the meme, but
I'm disassociating from anybody who celebrates death.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. And I didn't see none of this crap till this morning. Like,
I was seeing it instantly.
But I guess it was happening all last night. Look on the bright side. You don't have to worry about if black pilots are qualified anymore. The idea that black people would pray for racists is insanity.
Shit, y'all play for rappers that kill other black people, but
free him.
A guy who says some words that y'all don't like, he hurt our feelings.
Bro, and they just don't understand why people were upset about the George Floyd guys. Cities were burnt. Like, I don't, like, this was literally a scam. They said
it was a chess piece.
BLM made $90 million. They only donated $2 million.
They used them as a chess piece to get people on their side.
I'll be honest. Again, I said this at the beginning. I didn't agree with everything Charlie Kirk said and all his opinions. But I mean, it's never been this serious.
Not the video. I wanted you to show me one.
To act like this guy was just like the evil dictator and just so hurtful. Like, he was having open debates with people that disagree with him. He'd never insulted them in the debate. Like, he just openly spoke about his opinion.
Yeah, like, he didn't. The black person he was debating, he said, "Well, I mean, you might be a criminal."
He never
that
said
would have been.
to
I'm like, "Oh, whoa, Charlie." He never said that. He just calling out what we call out as black people.
He would articulate in debate super well, and people would feel stupid because he would actually just win the debate, and then they could not stand it.
I just don't understand why everybody's so mad at him for having an opinion. Like, y'all have opinions. I mean, like, we got.
No, actually, what
doesn't make sense.
What
to me.
Jabari said, I couldn't believe. Actually,
Oh, Bakari.
Yeah, whatever his name is. This might have been the worst tweet it was. Look, he said Trump. Who the hell is?
She's the governor of Michigan.
Who the?
Governor of Michigan.
The storming of the Capitol.
What does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with anything? He's talking about political violence against the left. That's what he's talking. He's talking about. Trump is mad about political violence against the right, but he didn't mention the political violence against the left. That's
like
what he's
the
talking
dude
about.
didn't just die yesterday.
Like, fuck, man.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. This just makes me feel more strong about what we do, truly. You know, I was talking to my pastor today. He was like, I was talking about this. I was like, yeah, hit home because, you know, like we interviewed dude, we knew dude and all that. He was like, well, you know, it's like, he's like, it's dangerous. And he was just like, you know, do you really like, are you really about what you saying? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, then that's, you know, he was about what he was saying. And that's, you know, basically you got to be ready to, you know. And I'm like, well, damn it, that's how I feel. I'm ready. Like, it is what it is.
You know, it's very interesting, man.
I mean, this tweet, like, I mean, he's thinking this is comical, but I mean, hey, like,
I just don't understand why everyone thinks like pointing out the criminality among black people in a generalized statement makes all black people bad. Because like when y'all say white people are evil or white people are
not
racist,
a problem, never
it's
a
not
problem.
an issue. But like, you know that all white people aren't racist because there are white people who parrot that same point. But if someone says the same towards you, you get offended.
Oh.
Like I remember on X, there was a black girl who was making fun of the way Hispanic women are built. She was like, oh, built like a Mexican.
They always
like,
do this.
Like black women built great. No disrespect, there are a lot of beautiful black girls. Love y'all. But there are a lot of fat ones. A lot of fat ones.
But it's like,
and if we look at
black people talk
statistics,
about every race.
you are the fattest race of women, statistically speaking. But no one pointed that out though. So it's like, you know, like it's interesting. Like people can make generalized statements about other people, but I don't know, man.
Like, you know, hey, man, after this, though, but you don't see too many. I seen maybe one Hispanic speak on there. And that's why they will forever be above the black race. Forever in the United States.
Oh, wow.
Forever. There's only niggas talking about this. He was going against immigration.
That was a little
I don't
extreme.
care. He was against immigration.
He was against illegal immigration.
Okay, yeah, illegal, that's what I meant. Illegal immigration. No Hispanics online just crying about this shit. You see the left. That's why that tweet was stupid. He said, oh, the left. Yeah. You see weirdos on the left, and then you see weird black people talking about this. Like, I don't get it, bro.
If you celebrate death, bro, don't come around me, bro.
That's what we talk about. Black violence, the violence in our community, and the people on the left. That's all we talk about. That's what he talks about. So I don't get it, man. That's what the right talks about, you know?
And everything is backed up with stats.
Yeah.
These things aren't made up.
Yeah, that's what's more crazy
all
about
these
it.
things that we say are backed up with stats.
I don't understand why black people are so offended when people say black people are violent.
They can't blame black people this time.
I just don't understand that. Like,
you know, we wouldn't blame black people if the stats weren't the way they are.
I don't know, man. I just think that's a little ridiculous. I think if you grew up around black people, you understand it. Like, there was an element of criminality among a lot of my peers growing up.
Hey, this is a good tweet right here. This is for a criminal.
And I'm speaking on this as a black man. Like, I'm not even trying to like denigrate black people or nothing. I'm just trying to be logical and factual here. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Like, as black people, we are at the bottom of almost every statistical category in society. Like, at what point do we try to fix this? At what point do we acknowledge that some of this stuff is not that crazy? When do we try to fix this? Like, come on, dog.
Like what does this have to do with slave owners, bro? I'm really just, man, I can't believe
these people,
this crap,
because
bro.
look, they still see themselves as slaves.
That's what I told my mama.
You literally see yourself as a slave if you think that, oh, well, if you side with the Republicans or you side with the white man, that's like slave. I mean, one time somebody called me and said, you a house slave. I said, no, I'm not a slave, nigga. You are a slave. You still refer to yourself as a slave right now.
Who was Tamir Rice again?
He's a young boy that got shot in the store for picking up a BB gun. Or at the park or something.
Yes, these things are still sad, but that doesn't mean that like violence is bad no matter what. Celebrating violence is bad no matter what.
Bro, can y'all please, I just want to know, can y'all pull up a stat that white people are leading in any type of crime?
Bro, we've seen the stats 1,000 times.
We know statistically a crime is more likely to be committed of someone that looks like you. So knowing that, oh man,
he died over a drug overdose. George Floyd literally died over. Come on, bro.
That's what it's a troll.
I know, but like he did. Charlie didn't. Like I just don't think these people. And I look at, I'm just like more messed up about the support of the tweets. Like, bro, it's a lot of people agreeing.
I'm not at all surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Agreeing with this
I'm not surprised. I've known this about these people.
That's why I like when people get upset at what I say, because I'm keeping it 100.
Like Charlie was not a terrible person, bro.
Then he just had extreme opinions, bro. And the man was concrete. The man was concrete in his opinions. Like, if y'all think that
extreme to them,
saying that black people is criminals or have an element of criminality among our race is racist, then I mean, hey.
Like, I don't understand.
People racist. I might be racist because I think that's a fact.
Oh, no,
It's not racist.
I think that's a fact.
How could a stat be racist? It's a stat.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
People
a
right
number.
here.
That number is racist.
And I want y'all to know something. I speak on when I say the comments that I say, I'm speaking as a black man that wants better for black people. Like, look at y'all clap and cheer for Jasmine Crockett when she get up there and ask ghetto. Because when she was talking articulately and calm, nobody gave her cheers. But now she, sister girl, yeah. Y'all love it. Oh. But she wasn't in the hood. She was in private school, private college, law school. Y'all hoods, y'all can't afford that. Why could she afford that? And you can't. And she supposed to be like you.
I just can't
don't know,
believe,
man. Don't make no sense to me, man. It's not making any sense, guys.
Saying facts is racism, bro. Like, look at this tweet, bro.
Black people say all this, white people this, white people that, and then white person does one little thing that they don't agree with, now they're racist. But the black people aren't racist also?
It's interesting. They say white people this and that, but if someone of another race says, well, black people this, you're racist.
Exactly.
Like you're just supposed to kiss black people ass or something.
Even on ESPN, bro, I remember one time, like, it was a small thing, but I remember just thinking, like, every time I see a situation, I'm like, okay, if the roles were reversed here. I remember Emmanuel Acho and Ryan Clark and them were on there talking about how white people don't take showers and white people stink. I said, so if the roles were reversed, this would be CNN headlines. But it's okay, because it's against any other race than black people.
But I went to school with a majority niggas before, and they're just not smart, bro. Things that they learn, the niggas can't write, niggas barely can read. So I mean, this
it's
correlation.
Ninjas though. No, it's just ninjas.
It's a lot of
ninjas.
About 70%, 80%.
Come on, man.
I'm being real, bro. But that's what I'm saying though. Tweets like this will make y'all stupid. Like, bro, look up the stats. So y'all are saying that New York City is safer than Utah? Like what are you saying, bro? Things are gonna happen. Pennsylvania, Butler, Pennsylvania is probably safe. Trump almost got shot there. It's just not. It's just like, man, I don't think people. Yeah, man, this shit's crazy to me.
But this is exposing a lot of people to me, and it's just like, yeah, I don't even want to be associated with half of y'all.
They were mad at Harry for saying this is fucked up.
That was Dean. He started crying.
Oh yeah, they were mad at that.
View. Yeah, he started crying.
They were mad at him for that.
He said it was fucked up that people was making fun of him, and as soon as he saw, he cut the stream. And I will give him his props because I dislike Dean, but he did a very human thing. He said this is messed up. He took a second to address what happened. He said, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not even gonna speak on what I just saw. It was awful. It was the worst thing I ever saw. Then he started crying. He broke down in tears and said his children are there. He said, under my standards, Charlie Kirk is a bad person, but he did not deserve to die. He even said, he came out and said that people on the left, if you guys make this a politics thing and say he deserved this, I'm going to side with the right. And he's one of the most liberal people there is. He has white guilt.
And this messed me up. At the end of the day, even the most activist and leftist white man is still a white man.
100,000, 5 million views.
What?
So what if you said that about, if somebody said that about black people, it would be.
All these tweets I didn't agree with, not one of them, guys.
It's interesting. Bad. People are still talking about Gaza. I agree that what's happening in Gaza is
Everybody
awful.
knows that's messed up.
I agree with what's happening in Gaza is awful. I've said that from day one. But I believe, and this is going to be a controversial take. If you vote left, you vote right. Both sides are going to let what's happening happen. There's nothing that we can do as Americans. Y'all can do too much protest, say what you want, and unionize. Both sides of the U.S. government are going to allow that to happen. We've seen that already. So why are we still talking about this shit?
What is it? 94% of Congress is funded by AIPAC.
Oh, man, it's fucked up. I agree. It's children being blown up. But listen, nothing we say or do is going to change that. I think it's wrong. I think it's completely wrong. But y'all saying, he was in favor of what's happening in Gaza. He deserved to die. That's crazy. So millions of Americans deserve to die? 94% of Congress deserves to die? Come on, dog. This is ridiculous.
When does Charlie ever said a black person wasn't human? I just don't understand, man.
He was so racist, but he flew 4 black dudes out, got them a hotel, and introduced them to Trump.
He started the black exit for black Republicans. And he had Latino exit for Latinos.
I remember he got up there on the stage at the Brexit thing, and he said one of the hardest things. He said, I have more respect for black conservatives than any other group of people. He said that out of his mouth because he said it is so hard to be a black conservative because of the hate you get from your own people. He said, I respect y'all more than anybody else, and that is one of the hardest things to do. But he's racist.
I'm just scared because you could die for speaking facts, bro. Like, he just was speaking his mind.
We in the game. It happened to us.
And he was an influencer.
But we pray that the angels over us.
He's not
we
a
hope it doesn't.
politician, an influencer.
You know, I've had a lot of positive interactions with people about what we do, but...
ever since yesterday, I promise you, I'm going to go to the bathroom without my Glock. Not playing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm about to get my CCL. Man. I'm not even gonna put my life up to chance. I'm carrying that shit everywhere. I'm about to go buy a new gun, actually. I'm about to go get a new concealed carry.
I don't understand, man, but hey, man, the education system is failing these people. That's all I'm gonna say. Education system is failing.
It's more than that. It's just...
Mama, everybody failing. The community is failing.
Culture is failing.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to me, man. Then they're gonna say, "Oh, the left." It is the left and blacks. That's what people call out. That's what the rights is calling out right now. And they call out stuff that white people do that are wrong too. I just don't get it, man. I just truly don't get it. And then a junkie could get his knees, junkie could die, and the world gonna blow up. It's just crazy to me, guys. Let us know what y'all. I mean, hey, they were defending Carmelo. They even defended the dude that slammed the door on the cop, the white cop.
They defended Rampage Jackson's son. And Rampage himself said, I haven't talked to my son since that incident. I damn near disowned him. But y'all defended him. His own dad said, I can't defend him.
Violence and death is sad no matter what. Just because you don't agree with someone does not make violence and death okay. Ever.
R.I.P. Charlie, man.
Oh my God. Everybody has not because of my name is Charlie Kirk. Come on. Oh, buddy. Fuck that nigga. You're gonna get expelled, dude.
He got expelled.
Yeah, he did. I seen it.
Yeah, they said the other girl did too, that we did yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
from
she
Texas
did too.
Tech.
She did too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't troll death and expect not be in trouble. If the roles were reversed, if a white person was doing this when, during a BLM situation, they would be like, their life would be probably ruined. But yeah, this is, that's evil. It's evil to troll death. No matter who it is, it's evil to troll death, even if you don't agree. You cannot make fun of dead people. That is wrong.
I wonder if this girl got expelled.
Yeah, I've been seeing.
We're not just gonna bring up the black fatigue on Charlie Kirk, because there's some weird white liberals out there also. This one was pretty crazy.
Yeah, this was insane.
Never heard of this school.
UNC Wilmington.
It's probably like a D2 or NAIA.
This is pretty crazy, guys.
Can somebody get a lighter? Wow, that's really cute. Thank you. Freedom of speech.
Of course.
Have a good night. Jesus loves you. Who? Jesus. Wait, take a peep.
Wow.
Bye.
No, this is horrible. I seen that.
Paintbrush out of her hand.
Yeah, tell me.
Take the paintbrush out of her hand. Do not. Hey! Hey, no. Go to touch me, Holly. Go ahead.
Yeah, someone call UPD.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah, they're coming.
People have so much hate.
You know, if this was the roles in reverse, the left would be trying to put their hands on somebody.
1,000,000%.
I seen right while she was doing this, they started praying, literally.
That's the difference in the response.
That's guys,
insane.
I know what we're dealing with now.
Yeah, now it's evil.
It's more clear than ever. We knew this already, but now it gets clearer and clearer every day.
It does.
God isn't hiding it.
Yeah.
We're dealing with this evil presence on this planet right now because
100%.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know that the United States is almost the only country where it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
The only.
Yeah.
We knew this.
Yeah, nobody else.
Like
got
where
it.
it's actually real freedom of
No,
Yeah,
we know.
We know.
That's why in the other countries, remember when they were protesting on the college campuses and they're burning American flags and all that? You couldn't even do that in any other country.
You'd be arrested.
On site.
Wow.
Some would say death.
What the UK is going through right now is pretty insane. I didn't know it was getting that bad over there.
UK, France, they said they having a whole government change and they.
This man is not stopping. Don't do it again, mate. Honestly, don't do it again. We are the counter-revolution. It's not going anywhere, mate. Everyone's had enough.
The Islamification of Europe is going to eradicate us.
I witnessed my friends die for this green and pleasant land, and we are here to take it back.
The police have now entered into the crowd. An uprising is set to take place here in the United Kingdom. Some may even say it is the beginning of a revolution. As freedom of speech is underneath attack here, millions of people are here out in the streets of the United Kingdom to take back their country and get their speech back. And the leader of this rally is Tommy Robinson here in the United Kingdom, and let's go meet with him right now. To what extent will the people let freedom of speech be attacked here in the United Kingdom?
They've allowed it to be attacked for 20 to 30 years. This is the spark of a cultural revolution where the public are saying no more. We're fed up of your hate speech laws. We're fed because hate speech laws aren't used against everyone. They're used against British people, and they're used to try and silence us and stop us criticising government failure. That's what they're used for, or speaking out about the crimes by people imported into our nation by globalist agendas. So we want to be free to speak. You know, there's an Islamophobia bill that this government are trying to pass. If they're successful, we won't be able to tell the world about the rape of our daughters by Muslim gangs. It will prevent us even speaking about it. There is no free speech, just Americans understand. There's only one place in the world that has free speech, it's the United States of America, and there's only some people who are fighting for our free speech, and none of them are in our parliament. It's J.D. Vance, it's Donald Trump, and it's Elon Musk. They are fighting for our freedom. When you voted for Donald Trump's election, you didn't vote to save America, you voted to save the West. We only have a fighting chance, and do you know, hope is contagious. What you're going to see today is going to instill hope across every European citizen. We're under attack, Christianity's under attack, we're being replaced, and we're being made to shut up whilst it happens.
This will go down as one of the largest rallies in the history of the United Kingdom, potentially the largest. And yes, and just a few days ago was the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And what you guys are doing here is going to open the mic of millions of people, not only here.
Charlie Kirk said, follow courage. And he has inspired a generation. And in his death, he is going to continue to inspire a generation. You will see a beautiful moment today where we honour his life.
You have people coming from all over the world here today, and you have quite literally millions of people here on the streets of London. The streets are completely filled. Do you guys feel like freedom of speech is underneath attack here?
Yes, I think we should be able to have freedom of speech without being called racist at the end of the day.
And what will happen if you guys do not get your freedom of speech back? If you guys cannot just post on Instagram?
That'll never happen. We'll always have freedom of speech. Look at today. Look at today. You're never going to stop us. Freedom of speech.
Let it happen. But if we do, we'll turn into a communist country.
And are you guys ready to start a revolt and to start a war if necessary?
The revolution has already begun.
So you would...
Man. So
they ready to slide about this now.
When you don't hold your hand on your chest during the national anthem, guys, that's the most disrespect it actually gets.
When you take a knee, sit for it. And you know, y'all, I used to be indoctrinated by that. Before I was, educated with this stuff, before I really knew what I was doing, I remember I would think like when people would knee for the national anthem, I felt like they was doing the right thing, but I was stupid and woke.
No,
I had no idea what was going on.
Nah, facts. I completely understand that. I remember during that time I was doing that, and I ask God for forgiveness to this day because I think about all my friends and they parents that used to go overseas and fight for this country, and I'm like, damn, I'm an asshole for really was taking the knee during this time. Like I seen this personally.
We were indoctrinated. It was
like, just like
veterans would never do that though. Huh? Some veterans would probably never do that.
No.
Like black veterans.
Yeah.
We won't agree with that.
I know, but at the time we just didn't know what we were doing. I didn't take a knee during it, but like I would applaud the people that did.
Bro, this easy to get. It seems like to me, guys. You see what the girl just put up when she just showed the little devil thing.
Ooh.
It's easy to get these liberals, these transgender people that support these transgenders. Like it's an evil presence getting certain communities. And I'm gonna be real, guys. Like that's what that imaginary chain come in our community. it's an evil presence working in our community.
That was
with
well
hip hop.
said. Yeah.
It seems like
Not
they
only
might
that.
be even working through some pastors.
Not only that, like think about like this is kind of a thing we don't really talk about much, but I think Brandon. Let me pull up the stat. But Brandon said something about the abortion. How many abortions have happened since 1970? It's like more people than I think have died in every war combined.
It's a lot of anti-Christian stuff going on.
There's a ton of
guys.
anti-Christian stuff going on right now. There's an attack on Christianity, guys. But
during 2020,
the Christians will not fold. We will not fold as Christians. And for all the Christian men out there, don't be soft. The men in the Bible were not soft. The disciples were not soft. We're saved. We're not soft.
The left is supporting this anti-Christian movement, guys. They tried to censor us. They're what they doing to the black community. I got the video clip of Kamala saying hip hop culture is America's culture.
You know what's also crazy? What didn't Kanye said that some of the record labels said he couldn't say Jesus is king?
Christ is king.
I believe
Christ
it,
is
bro.
king. Yeah.
With it, the view, I seen like a.
I have the stat right here.
It was a clip of showing how rappers have changed over time, and now like in today's society, how these rappers are showing the upside down cross on their heads and stuff. It got worse, bro.
Yeah, it got extremely worse.
So to point out that maybe even just the America's getting worse or our community getting worse, whatever, for having freedom, basically pointing that out is wrong.
I think, you know, my personal opinion, I feel like a lot of stuff got more crazier and radical once TikTok really came on. And you know,
it's been
people
that though, because Twitter back in the day before Elon
COVID,
bought it, that's what had us all. Yeah, COVID was a big time.
Yeah, but how powerful TikTok been now?
Okay,
you know China what they did.
All right, guys. So in these wars, right, the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, both sides, World War I and II, the war in Korea, the war in Vietnam, all those wars combined, 1 million deaths. Guess how many abortions have happened since 1973? Compared to that number, just guess
10
how many.
million.
You guess.
Me guess?
Yeah.
50 million?
44 million.
Damn.
Abortions?
Since 1973.
That's
that
old.
we know of.
Damn.
So it's probably like, 60 million.
So it could have.
And what side's for that?
We know what side's for that.
So now we got just looks at it. We've been looking anti-Christian.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something right here, y'all. I'm gonna say something right here that a lot of people might get upset with me for. I can debate with someone. I can understand someone more if they're not a Christian and they are for abortion, you know. But if you call yourself a Christian, and we know in the Bible it says, "For I knew you before I knitted you in your womb." Therefore, if you believe God created people, and you believe that God knitted you before you were in your womb, as the word says, how do you get with abortion?
But look,
how
though,
do you do it? How?
Ben Shapiro got on the Breakfast Club a couple days ago and broke it down best. He says it's really simple here. It's either you got your faith is one way or it's not. I guess with abortion, I don't know how he broke it down, but it was pretty good. But
there's so many Christians and people who, you know, quote unquote, but like I see them. And I know that they're fully strong liberals, but it's like, how do you I can see if you're not a Christian and that is inapparent to you. But if you're a Christian and you believe the Bible, and it says, "Before I knew," that's why I saw Charlie's the one who said this.
They bring up rape.
Huh?
They bring up rape.
That's 1% of abortions. That's 1% of abortions. Look it up right now. That is 1%.
But also, do you believe if somebody got raped, should they abort the baby?
I believe that there is no baby that's a mistake from God. There's people who. There is people who are born from rape who have done great things, you know? There's still adoption. It is a sad thing, of course, but that's only 1%. And for that 1%, some of those people can still grow up. Who's to say that baby couldn't be successful? Who's to say that baby couldn't have a good life?
That's facts. And we need to watch that debate.
I do not think that God makes mistakes. I do not think that any baby is a mistake.
We need to watch that Breakfast Club thing on
sorry,
Ben Shapiro.
guys.
That was really good because, you know, because he was like, so do you believe in should it be a time limit? And they were like, well, yeah, it should be a time limit. So if you agree with that, then you also agree with Governor Abbott doing. Or a lot of these Republican states, they having time limits on it. You can't have an abortion past this date. People were trying to meet in the middle and do that.
Yeah.
Only a couple states said, we don't want it at all.
Yeah.
You can say that's extreme. Whatever. Okay, cool. But if you say Okay, when it's a heartbeat, no more abortions, I'm fully with that, and I think that's how it should be. But yes, if someone gets raped and there's no heartbeat there, I mean, I can't argue.
I wouldn't be mad at that take. I wouldn't be mad at that take.
But if you said,
but my take is my take.
5 months into it,
they have the day before. They have the day before
that's
murder.
Pure evil. That's pure evil.
Yeah, that is.
That is murder of the highest degree.
But none is also pure. What God probably that's what He wants.
That's clearly
No
what He
abortions.
wants.
Yeah.
If we're going off the Bible, that's why I can't
that's
debate.
facts.
If you're not a Christian, I can't debate you on that because you don't go by the Bible.
That's facts.
But if you go by the Bible, and it says, "For I knew you when I knitted you in your womb," if that's what it says, and that is our law, then that's what it is.
Which a lot of black people do claim they are.
But
I argue with a lot of these.
But we love abortions
women.
in the black community.
I argue
Not
with a lot
us,
of sorority women that
we
that
know.
say they're
Oh, I
Christians.
know.
Oh, so you're
I
not
know.
for abortions? I'm like, you in church every Sunday.
I don't understand it.
It's a contradiction.
But then again, like the pastors we reacted to yesterday, they might be, it's just.
Well, you got also, that side's been pushing just straight sex, so. They just trying
sexuality is hyper, the black community is hyper sexualized. I remember I realized that at a young age. I was like, man, black people have a lot of sex. It's true. Outside of marriage, and a lot of babies born out in wedlock. Lots. Baby mama is not any other culture does not use the word baby mama.
Nobody can save us. Nobody can save America. Let's just not even
Jesus
say us.
can, that's it.
Only
no
Jesus
human can.
Only Jesus.
Trump can't save us. JD can't save us. Charlie can't save. Only God can save us.
But evil is working. I see it more than I ever now. But this clip right here, guys, this messed me up the most of this whole situation.
Is this the guy you're calling a racist?
One thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this, DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.
Hold up.
You see?
He doesn't even believe in race. The Oxford English Dictionary defines racism as prejudice based on race, or the belief that some races are inherently superior. But if Charlie's a racist, why is he arguing race doesn't exist? If he's a white supremacist, doesn't he need race to be real? I mean, you can't be a racial supremacist while arguing racial categories are fake.
Man, just stop it right there.
Boy,
just stop it right there.
Debunked. And he was getting bad. Usually he's calm. Usually Charlie was calm. He was getting heated right there. He was arguing.
We gonna talk about it. I don't even believe in race. We all God's people.
It's a social construct.
It's a strong Christian. And they got pastors and different people out here just talking about race the whole time.
Oh, the white man and the white man. Oh.
It's like, bro, nigga, and then black people say, oh, the white man, the racism. I'm like, bro, y'all are bringing up race more.
Come on.
Like, bro, this shit has to stop, guys.
I ain't gonna lie. This is something I've heard a lot from my black friends. They say, my mama said, you better not bring home no white girl. Okay, so if a white person says, you better not bring home no that's people, the same thing.
They can't, into some black people's eyes,
the same thing.
They cannot be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they said that, but that makes zero sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, let's move on. We gonna just scroll on Twitter, guys, because there's just so much, it's so much tension on Twitter right now. So y'all know the black guy that got lynched also.
Yeah, I
black
heard
people
it was
are
another.
sickening.
It's actually two of them. I heard it was two in Mississippi. And
See, that's the high. Evil is evil. This is evil.
And I heard somebody else got hung in North Carolina, but he was.
I heard about that too.
He was a Caucasian.
That
man.
is extremely evil. That you cannot murder anyone and say you're not evil. See, murder is evil. Murder is evil. This is evil. We're gonna say on both sides.
No,
yes.
No. The thing is, though, he committed suicide.
He did.
Yeah,
it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Well, even that's evil.
See, now there's the problem where this is becoming where it's divisive right now. Black people are saying on Twitter, all over Twitter, black people just don't lynch themselves. So they're saying that a white man lynched him, and they're covering for the white man.
But is there evidence
that evidence
it's
that
two of
he
them.
lynched?
That
this black guy he lynched himself, but black people black people don't lynch themselves. It's everywhere.
There was a report of it, the video report of this.
Because I've been seeing people post that, and that made me upset. Because I thought that too, but it turns out the report it was suicide. This is this is crazy. No, this is grifting. That's why he called it out. She's grifting. That's grifting. That's crazy. That is sickening.
Big rocks.
Whoa, hold on.
By hanging,
Wow.
by hanging themselves, 62% of them are all suicide.
Gracious,
So
bro.
she,
Suicide
like,
is sickening.
why are they
though,
trying to
bro.
make this like a white man deal? You see why I say it's just so much divisiveness right now?
So much divisiveness
It's insane.
right now.
It's absolutely insane right now.
Because I thought that, but you see how incredibly deceiving that is? That's dangerous. This is dangerous.
Yeah, it's heating up on Twitter, guys. It really is. Everybody's spewing out their feelings everywhere. This messed me up pretty bad. The Minneapolis mayor was all over George Floyd's casket.
But see, we do need to let George Floyd rest. We do not need to.
No, it's just like
let him rest. The left used him as a political pawn, and
that's crazy though. He don't even know George. Why is he crying? I just never seen that video.
It's a political pawn. He's using him as a political pawn so he can win an election. That's what they do. That's what they did with George Floyd.
That's immoral.
George Floyd, that's immoral as hell. They used George Floyd. They used him. Let the man rest. They used him to cause an uproar. They did that. The left used him as a political pawn. Let the man rest.
He was out there crying. He tried to basically rile up some shit at a
Don't that look like that Pharaoh
Charlie
dude?
Kirk memorial.
The influencer?
It do look like him, but he got tattoos. You know, all the black people was following him. Now he got crazy tattoos all over his face.
For real, the Pharaoh dude?
Yeah. The Black Pharaoh. You never heard of the Black Pharaoh?
You never heard of Black Pharaoh?
I remember y'all used
He
to be
was like
watching
Jamal.
some,
He was kind of
y'all
like
used to be watching some
Black
bull
spiritual.
job. I remember one time. This is kind of off topic for this story. I remember I was in my room. This is in Lafayette in college. I remember I was in my room and I just heard some video, crazy things being said. And I go in my room trying to sleep like
Bro,
this.
see, black
Video
people gotta
playing.
stop listening to that shit though.
I went on his phone. I clicked pause.
It was a lot of black people following that shit, bro.
I know. I remember y'all trying to. It doesn't matter though, but yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas trying to say breatharians. They said
Come on,
he living off air.
It was on YouTube.
No water.
It was on
I
YouTube.
said what?
They did let it out on YouTube. But anyways, okay. All right. Now this video right here.
No, the text messages.
Yeah, we can get into that too. But this video right here messed me up very, very bad.
Oh, Destiny.
I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on. 7 out of 10 of the largest protests in American history have happened under Donald Trump.
You know what's crazy? I'm surprised he never got banned off Twitch, him and Hassan. Because all the crazy stuff they say on on Twitch, and they never got banned. And I seen people get banned for saying little stuff about fat people or about the LGBTQ community.
That is completely
get kicked off of Twitch and banned. I ain't never seen them get hit up for saying death upon people.
Because nowhere has free speech. That's why Zuckerberg, everybody's having to change up because they're like, okay, we got some people back in office. We know some crazy stuff going on. So they had to get back on the good side. Cause America, we gonna figure it. At the end of the day, we the world power. So people gotta go into what the trend we want to go in. That's why when JD went to that conference and they said he was wrong for saying freedom of speech, he was basically calling out the UK people about them not having freedom of speech, and they say this is fascist talk. When I seen that, I said, nah, this shit not real, man.
They said we have fascist talk. They said we was paid by Russia.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, what's
and
really
we
going
still
on?
poor.
Y'all? What's really going on, y'all?
We know
we not poor, but shit, I mean, dang, like,
we know
brother,
Vladimir
if I was paid by Russia, you think we would all live together?
How you gotta?
Man, I'm for Rocky Balboa, man.
This shit is also crazy, guys. I mean, I don't understand, man. It's like people aren't doing their research or they're evil. Because if you're watching the news, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This crap's just crazy.
That is completely false. I have never called Republicans Nazis.
Everything that he has done has been tearing down constitutional democracy. And that's what happened in Nazi Germany. It doesn't take very long to tear apart a constitutional republic. Indeed, the Nazis did it in 53 days. And
not funny.
Our democracy is
Who's this dude?
It's the governor
almost
of Illinois.
fragile.
Pritzker?
Yeah.
This is Pritzker? I know. I forgot.
He got the worst state. Top 5 most moved from state.
Chirac.
Our democracy is almost as fragile, and we're seeing it right now. The dangers that we saw in Nazi Germany, especially in the earliest days of Nazi Germany, are the dangers that we need to react to now. If we don't, things will get much, much worse. And so we've got to raise alarm bells to everybody. It's a 5-alarm fire, everyone.
Ooh. Bro, he said he never
This
said
dude,
that.
hey, somebody.
Neo-Nazis.
Like, be for real, man.
Get him out of there, bro.
Romance says about
your state
So,
sucks, bro. Every
you know, guys-
every Democrat state sucks. Illinois, trash. California, trash.
New
Come
York.
on, New York, trash.
I'm
Come
for putting
on,
my
bro.
foot down, guys.
Everybody
because-
want to be in Texas and Florida, and then y'all want to continue to what?
Yeah. Look, I'm for putting my foot down. And everybody, it's just like because the liberals have not took a win, guys. Their media going down.
Their last
the people,
win
states
was Joe Biden.
Suck. We know why that happened. George
Stole
Floyd.
it.
All right, but George Floyd. We know why that happened. But like, man, it just keeps getting worse and worse because now they were saying when this situation happened, oh, a Republican shot a Republican.
So a Republican dude was living with a trans.
That was his
He
roommate.
called him his lover.
Yeah, that was his lover.
He said,
And
I
he's
will do what I have to do to save you, my lover.
And he's a Republican. Just like the dude who assassinated Trump, right?
No,
with no social media or tried to assassinate Trump. They said he was a Republican too.
Well,
That's what they said.
They said his mother went on and said that she been witnessing him getting more and more radical left. So
Come on, bro. Keep it real. Let's keep it real, y'all. Let's start keeping it real. Keep it 100.
Nah, but guys,
But
it's
it's
crazy.
some, you know what's crazy? It's some people that says he's not the actual killer still.
No, yeah, even Candace don't.
Some people don't believe he still is not.
They
the-
think it could be
somebody else.
from.
Yeah.
We know something.
Maybe.
We have seen an alleged murder with such specific text messages about the alleged murder weapon, where it was hidden, how it was placed, what was on it, but also it was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who was transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love. So it was this duality of someone who the attorney said not only jeopardized the life of Charlie Kirk and the crowd, but was doing it in front of children, which is one of the aggravating circumstances of this case. And on the other hand, he was, speaking so lovingly about his partner. So a very interesting and, as Pierre said, riveting press conference, David.
It was tough.
I'm fighting the urge to say a word I shouldn't say.
No, hey, bro, stop. I said, hey, actually, y'all, I'm always going to be against men and women's sports, but I might be finna leave the transgenders alone, y'all. Because which one would you rather be at? Black Lives Matter protest or a transgender protest? And which one do you feel like you might get home the most at?
Both.
I
don't know, man. I might be at the Black Lives Matter. Because, at least the transgender they gonna come in there and shoot your daughter in them school up. The transgender's been tripping.
And the black people what they gonna do to other black people?
At least
they agree with. But they both Democrats. They shoot each other behind blue and red.
At least they
not
gonna argue with you.
Republican, Democrat,
At least
blue
they
and
gonna
red.
argue with you and they just sound dumb.
Oh no, they might not.
You might not die.
No, they might not.
You might not die.
But they gonna kill like ops, bro.
We might be the ops. These people saying to us on Twitter.
Bruh,
There's people in Houston saying, y'all next.
I bet they somewhat transgender.
I bet they was black.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, bro.
So 6% of the we know. Do we have to pull up the stats?
We also
Do we
said
need to pull up
black
the
people
stats?
don't commit political violence. Killing us. What is
Yes, they do. They commit
political violence.
Blood and crip is their politics.
Bro,
that's the politics they care
I'm talking
about.
about Republican and Democrat, brother.
Now, that's their politics. That's their version of
I'm
politics.
talking about
They kill
us.
by that every day.
Which one would you rather go to and you feel like?
I'm not going to. I definitely ain't going to. I can't go
I'm
to a
just saying,
trans.
I'll talk about black people.
I'm not going to neither.
I'm cool with talking about. I talk to black people in front of their face. But I will not talk about them transgenders in front of their face.
Well, you've did it already plenty of times.
I know. I want to take it back because they.
But guess what? You're not. So you better just
I'm not.
Stop being scared.
I'm not.
Because they nutting up right now. All of them.
I'm just saying, y'all. It's getting pretty wicked out here. The transgenders is
they mentally ill.
Violence.
What you expect from mentally ill people?
think if you look across media generally, you have seen a lot of people trying to grapple with Charlie Kirk's legacy and what that is as a right-wing agitator and as a provocateur and as, a strategist and the most important GOP figure besides Donald Trump, arguably ever. And so, or right now. And so there's a lot of grappling to do, but to suggest that the internet is cheering for this is just the opposite. Total opposite of what's actually happening.
It is horrible.
She not on the internet you on.
Yeah, my algorithm different, guys.
I don't know what type of world she living in.
Yeah, bro,
La La Land.
People aren't serious, bro. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I almost shed a tear like the stuff I've been seeing on my TikTok. Just the fact that Charlie was 31, bro, is actually the more crazier thing. Like, the way he was speaking 4 years ago, he was about 26, 25, bro.
He's sharp.
He was speaking in front of the world.
Sharp. When he would debate the people, like the college people about college, and he would be like, oh, what's your degree in? And then it would be in something, and he would fry them in their own degree.
Think about it, though.
I'd be like, boy, he didn't even go to college.
How old was Vivek?
Vivek, when what?
How old was he? Like,
30.
He's right now.
Yeah, he had to be 35
right
to
now.
run for the president.
Yeah, he's 35.
Okay.
You have to.
Vivek
36. He had to be late 30s to run for the president.
Bro, imagine them, boy. Like,
Boy, them two
Charlie, like, man, like I didn't know. Like he's very articulate, but like I didn't know how articulate.
He was extremely. And then on top of that, he started a whole entire business. $1 million business. How old was he?
31. That's why.
Like, I remember when we were at the event and I saw him and I was thinking like, this is all his. I was like, I ain't gonna lie,
He's
Big Brother
a
got
young
motion.
guy.
He got motion.
Let's see what Scott Jennings has to say about all this, man. Like I said, guys, the left just hasn't took any wins, man, and I mean, it looks like they're willing to kill about it.
Why did I do it? I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out.
So can I ask you? So
he has
Scott, just explain what you just read.
That is the message that the shooter, Tyler Robinson, sent to his roommate. That is what he said. He also engraved the word, "Hey, fascist, catch," on the bullet. For 10 years, we have heard nothing from the left but that Donald Trump is a fascist. Republicans are Nazis. Authoritarians. Destroy the Constitution.
But that's also
bloodbath.
so
Dictator for a day. And he wrote it on the bullet.
I hope it's not all women up here.
And he's been...
Hey, man. Y'all, I'm going to just stop, man.
But you know...
Make America great again.
Nazis. Authoritarians. Destroy the Constitution.
But that's also
bloodbath.
part of the
Dictator for a day. And he wrote it on the bullet.
So can I ask you?
And he's been obviously marinating in some kind of information that radicalized him based on what he heard in the air in this country.
So does the shooter who assassinated Melissa Hortman, who was a stated Trump supporter, whose roommate said...
Are you
he was
trying
a
to equate these two
Does he
things? I'm sorry.
represent... Can you let me finish my thought, please?
Please.
We're talking about two people in politics who both... I'm asking you, does that shooter represent the entirety of the MAGA movement? Of course not. I would never argue that. I don't think you would argue that.
But that happened was
so
wrong.
why is it acceptable to use this moment to argue that somebody, a sick individual who committed a horrific crime...
How do you know he's sick?
...is somehow... Are you here to argue for his sanity?
I'm here to argue. All I know is what the prosecutor said today. He read very lucid messages from a shooter who was motivated by political hate, who had a plan to get away with it. He did not sound like a deranged person. He sounded like someone who had decided to take it upon himself to rid the world of someone that he hated politically, that he thought that the world would be better off without that. That's different than some deranged lunatic showing up off the street.
His actions were horrific, but to assign the specific, hateful, violent, awful actions of somebody on an individual on the right or an individual on the left,
I don't know
the
that you're right about what
entirety
happened in
of the
Minnesota.
political conversation is incredibly dangerous and irresponsible in this moment.
Well, I think it's dangerous and irresponsible for nobody to take responsibility for 10 years of the use of the language, fascism, Nazi, authoritarian, so on and so forth. It's on the bullet case.
I have seen nothing but Democrats in the wake of this murder saying that it was awful.
You've seen nothing.
I have seen them
literally nothing.
All right, shut up.
You've seen nothing.
I talk to some of my liberal friends and I would say, hey, I just got one question for y'all. I don't even want to debate no more. Do y'all think Donald Trump and them are Nazis and fascists? They would tell me yes. So if they got people that I personally know thinking this, people all over the world think this.
So
come on now.
If he was a Nazi, right? When he already took over everything,
Bro, wasn't he the president for 4 years and America thrived?
When they said
Look,
we were supposed to
guys.
be in slavery.
They said he's gonna put y'all back in
It
chains.
seems like-
Who's in chains?
None of that shit's
Them
getting
niggas are in chains
They are.
mentally.
They are.
None of this shit we're saying, because they've been saying it for years. Charlie, everybody has been saying this shit for years, and it's not getting through their head. But y'all see what happened during the election. We just got to continue to win elections, but we're being the good
We
guys.
can't let them win no other
We're
election, bro.
We're being the good guys. I want y'all to know that.
I know.
Yeah.
Brother,
They kill it.
I pray on the daily. God, am I saying the things I should say? Am I doing, am I being too hateful? Am I being too, and guess what? Every time he gives me a sign, every time. I believe we are out here doing what the Lord has called me to do. And I'm sick of this. I'm not finna apologize no more.
Look, did they bring, is this a,
Yeah, that's the Bible verse.
come on, bro. See what I'm seeing on my timeline, y'all. That's why I'm really upset. Read this shit, bro.
Charlie Kirk dehumanized George Floyd for 5 straight years after Floyd was murdered on Facebook Live by a white police officer.
Why
It
does
was
that
all
matter?
done for laughs and jokes by the blatant racist Charlie Kirk and the Republican Party. Keep that same energy, Galatians 6, chapter 6, verses 7 through 8. Also, Kirk was not assassinated. He was a podcaster who was shot and killed. Okay, so when did he dehumanize him? Or did he point out the fact that the left used him as a political pawn? Which they did. Which you are doing what right now? Come on, bro.
Yeah, guys, my timeline's bad. I don't know what you guys are seeing out there, but it's getting rough, man. Everybody's protesting.
Nah, this was sick too.
What the heck did they do?
They're cheering for Luigi.
Bro, everyone
There's-
loved the Luigi on the left. They're
Even
saying, I'm
Stephen
glad
Miller.
he did it.
Stephen Miller said, "It's great evil among us." We got to be real about this now, y'all. It's some weird stuff going on, y'all.
Extremely.
Like I used to thought everybody was good.
Who?
But I don't know, man.
Who?
Like,
It's a dangerous thought.
People are hiding. It's some weird stuff going on, guys. Like, look at this type of shit.
It said a thick bitch would make a nigga try anything.
Anyways, bro. Hey,
Black
man.
conversations. All right, man. We done, bro. We done.
It's just so much division on my timeline. But hey, guys, I don't know, man. I have no idea, guys, what we can do. But we're the only country with freedom of speech. You got to remember that. That's what's crazy.
To an extent. You don't use pronouns and they'll cancel you.
It's like they getting called.
You call somebody
They getting
you
called.
call somebody a wrong word on YouTube or anything.
It's like they getting called racist over here, though.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
over
they
there
can't
for
call
real.
them racist too. They was calling them.
Hey, y'all, I'm just,
I don't know what's going on over there for real.
We better be happy. We better be happy for the.
We in Europe.
You know what I'm saying? We better be happy them boys got on this ship and came over here.
Oh,
Like, we
yeah.
would have been this the same.
That's what they came for.
Yeah, the
They
first
fought
one,
a war against them behind that.
they said we ain't finna pay y'all
George
shit.
Washington
It's
and them.
over.
You know how old they were when they did that too? Them boys were 20, 21, 22. They said we finna leave. We finna go start America.